Hi, hello. My name is Ashley, and if you've been following along, you know that I recently got off my third cruise aboard the Disney Adventure with my partner Ben, leaving out of Singapore. We've been home for a week or so, and I thought I would go through door decorations with you. I took a bunch of footage of different doors that were decorated on the ship, thinking that they could give you inspiration for your next Disney cruise, or if you're just curious about what people do and decorating their doors on a Disney cruise. But let me show you a couple of things that I've made or I've purchased. Sorry if you just heard Maud sigh. Maud is my dog and she sighed very loud. But I thought I would show you some of the magnets that I have that I've purchased off of Etsy and have customized. I'll show you some of the bunting that I've made. I've made a couple of different kinds and some other door decorations. If you're not familiar with Disney cruises, you must know that door decoration is part of cruise culture. People go all out for door decorations, so much so that Disney recently changed the limitations of door decorations. People were going on the ceiling, huge wall displays, 3D elements that stuck out into the hallway where that they impeded, stateroom hosts from cleaning. So they recently changed it to just being on your door. When I was on the Adventure, that had gone into effect and people were still using like the side walls a little bit and no one was saying anything. So I think you can respectfully go outside your door frame, but just something to be aware of when decorating your door and planning these decorations. I'll put in a montage of all of those clips in just a second, but let me just show you some of the things that I've purchased. So I've been on 3 cruises now, one with my friend Perla, and we did a Winnie the Pooh themed one. And so we bought this magnet that basically commemorates our trip on the Wish, and she made us little magnets for our dog. She made one for her dog Guava and then 2 for my dogs Bun Bun and Maud. We also took Disney Cruise Line transportation from Pop Century, and when you do that, you get a little cruise line magnet, which is adorable. We also made some Polaroid style ones. I've made one for all of my cruises, which you'll see, but this is the one that we did for the Wish, along with our Wish little magnet. So I get these made for every cruise as well. The next cruise I went on was a holiday cruise with my mom. And again, we made this style magnet and then the Polaroid style magnet. And then I did a Kermit and Miss Piggy that goes above the stateroom number. This was on the Dream, and so they have circles for the stateroom numbers. And then another ship style one commemorating our cruise, which was really cute. The next cruise I did was the most recent one, which was aboard the Disney Adventure. So you guessed it, we did this magnet and the Polaroid style magnet. And then we did the large boat magnet again. And you can personalize all of these on Etsy and make them say whatever you want to say, which is really cool. And then we purchased in-room decor, or like pre-purchased gifts that you can purchase online. Onboard gifts is what they're called. And one of them came with magnets. So we got a Disney Adventure, Duffy and Friends, because they're huge on the Disney Adventure. And so we have Tippy Blue, Cookie Ann, Gelatoni, and Shelly May. And these ones were all colorable with some markers that you were given. And then there's Lena Bell, Duffy Bear, Olumel, and Stella Lou. So many magnets. We put all of these on the inside. And then I have my own Duffy magnets that we use. So we used Olumel, Shelly May, Tippy Blue, Duffy the main man. And then we have some other magnets that I use in general. So we have this Figment one based off a vintage Figment t-shirt. A little Chip and Dale. I actually have 2 different styles of these because one was an error and then they sent me the right one. And then a little R2-D2 with a Mickey bar and ear hat on. So a lot of fun. With door decorating, people will go around and leave magnets rewarding your door. And so this is one of the ones that we've received, which is really cute. I love this. So this is generally what we put on the door. And then around the door, I made some decorations. So for our most recent cruise, you can go back and watch that in our cruise craft video. I made this door frame hanger You can see here it's all out of fringe, and so I hung this on the door frame with magnets. So I used these little hook magnets which are invaluable on cruises. You can hang anything in your stateroom. All the walls are magnetic on the newer ships, and you can hang like bags and hats and ears and lanyards and things of that nature. So I use these little hooks and then these long hooks to hang clouds at the top to hide the top of that. So I bought these clouds that have little holes in them, and there were 3 different sizes, and it just covered the top of our door. You'll see that in the video as well. On previous cruises, I've made a lot of different style bunting, and this is all out of felt. So this is just a classic paper chain style one. I also made pennant style bunting. I just sewed rickrack thread on triangle felt that I cut out. This one was a lot of fun. And then I did wool ball bunting. I spaced these out obviously, but this is the wool ball bunting that I've made. And then the last one was this. It was supposed to mirror like candy. This was for our Christmas cruise. So this is again out of felt, and then some ribbon, and then some little puff balls, but this one's really cute. And then I made all the tassels that are at the end of all the buntings. And then the last thing I've done, I've used this on 2 cruises now. I cut out a bunch of stars and I attached magnets to the back of them. Again, magnetic walls. And then I created like a little swoosh up to our door to mimic like stardust or whatever magic, and I've put these on the wall. I don't know if I'll use these again in the future based on the new rules. Maybe I will, and we'll see. Like, I'll ask my stateroom host if we're allowed to use them and see what they say. But that's the door decorations. And then additional to that are fish extenders. Fish extenders are essentially where people pixie dust or give prearranged gifts. They're called fish extenders because on older ships there were little fish emblems that you hung these things on. A lot of people use folder file envelope kind of things. I'll post a picture, and you can again get those customized on Etsy. An example of one that I've used, I've shown this a couple of times in videos, is this vintage organizer. I put little notebooks that we were leaving out for pixie dusting, and so we hung this outside of our door and a little note saying you could take one. For my Christmas cruise, I used a Tigger Advent stocking calendar, and we put candy canes in each of the day calendar thingies, which was really cute, and that was really popular. Really simple, really easy, but it was really nice to do. Just spread a little bit of magic. So that's everything that I've used previously to decorate our doors. And now I will show you a couple of doors on the Disney adventure that we recently did, and you can see what people have done and get inspiration and just see all the creativity that went into these doors. I tried to get doors, mostly doors that had handmade elements on it. I love crafting. I love when people make things. And so I made a point to record a lot of the doors that had handmade elements on them. A lot of people use magnets, the magnets and the custom magnets that I showed. A lot of people do theming of doors. So you'll see like Frozen doors or Marie doors or Marvel doors, a lot of Zootopia doors on the adventure. I think maybe because it's a newer movie, I don't know, but it was really popular. So let's get into it. Cruise craft video, you saw me make this and this. So as we're pixie dusting, we're running into other people who are pixie dusting, so we've been exchanging pixie dust with people. It's so cute. Oh, I'm Pixie. Someone made those hot beads characters, the doors. Look at all these handwrote characters. It's really cute. Third Murray door. This door is really cute. They have a family newsletter. Look at the Ooh, another Murray door. People have been putting little pictures of their cats mostly, but it's so cute. So I hope you found some inspiration in those doors. They're so cute. I love them so much. Piggybacking on door decor, my next video is about pixie dusting and fish extenders. So if you're curious to learn more, stay tuned for that. Subscribe. Also like, comment. I'd love to chat with you in the comment section. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I hope you have a lovely cruise if you're watching this for inspiration. Until next time, stay safe, look after your neighbor, and have a good day. Bye, friends.